All right, guys, what is going on? Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I just want to start off by saying that everybody on my list of friends, colleagues, family, I love them all. I love them all. First of all, we have a star-studded 30-minute show for you. Welcome back to Tag Loud 205 on Millions. Thank you so much to Millions.co for allowing me to use their platform to continue to branch out different branches of sports. Yes, I did say branch twice, but it's okay. It's okay. You get the concept. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka TAG Live or Tag Live 205. It does not matter. Once again, we are here on Millions in the morning. You guys will be seeing this at 9 a.m. Yes, we are talking about everything that happened yesterday, sports related. We're gonna get into it all. I have my Tyler A's college football truth bombs coming. I also have baseball, obviously. We got the NHL open tonight. We have a lot to talk about. NBA is back. We're not going to get into that today. We're also going to talk about the NFL in some capacity. And the Red River rivalry. Let's go, man. Let's spin it. Let's go.
So you're telling me that Trae Young's not box office? You got to be kidding me.
Yes. I'm in shock. I am in total shock.
Oh my God, guys. And there it is.
So I kind of wanted to start off by getting into my truth bombs, okay? Tyler A's college football truth bombs. Yes, I said it. Number one, Carson Beck looks reborn. I don't think I would have been saying that, okay, a couple months ago when he trained. I don't think I would have been saying this. Carson Beck, main reason why Miami is consistent. If you do not have the consistent play of a quarterback, the leadership of a quarterback that he has, you're not going to succeed in college football. Understandable that Miami has an easy schedule, and Miami fans will tell you no, they don't. Yes, they do. You guys have played nothing but Florida teams. So when you guys go up against real competition like a Georgia Tech or a North Carolina-esque household name, obviously because of Belichick, I mean, they got some developing to do, or will you go up against Florida State like you did, but you actually spanked Florida State, which was a surprise to me. You look at that as fans of football and you take something away from it. Like, are they really legit? I think Miami, and that leads me to my second one. Miami's no fluke. They are no fluke whatsoever. When you are discussing one of the best college football programs in history, no, they're not 2001. But do they have the components to win a national championship? I think so. I wouldn't count them out, but just know that they have the components to go all the way. We said it last year that they could have went all the way to the national championship, but we saw what happened against Georgia Tech. They fumbled the bag, right? Don't let that be the case again this year. Georgia Tech always gets y'all, as of recently, they always get y'all at the last second. So it's something that must be discussed, right? And Mario Cristobal, as I'm reading my notes here, he has to get his team fired up a little bit more. Understand that they're the number 2 team in the country, that they're undefeated and stuff like that. But when you have such a lopsided schedule that goes heavily in your favor, people are going to tend to get on you. All right? Alabama, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. Don't let it fool you. It's all smoke and mirrors when it comes to Alabama. You know, you guys know how I feel about them. We're not going to stay on this subject long. I've been calling them a fraud for a minute. Yes, they beat us. Okay, yes, they got their revenge against Vanderbilt. If they lose to Missouri, if they lose to Missouri, you ain't seen nothing yet. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? They really should have lost to Vanderbilt and us. Got lucky. Okay? I don't want to hear any Alabama fan talk about, they always try to give us the hardest schedule. Ever since DeBoer came there last year, your schedule been kind of easy. I'll just give you that. Outside of us. I'm just going to be completely honest. Tennessee you always lose to as of late. So we'll give y'all that loss. You lost to Florida State at the beginning of the season. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up Alabama's schedule for y'all because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about, right? We obviously know that they lost to Florida State at the beginning of the season, right? We obviously know that. Then they beat Louisiana Monroe 73-0. Take the anger out. Then they beat Wisconsin 38-14. Then the game against us, they won, luckily. I don't know how they still won, 24-21. And then they beat Vanderbilt, got their revenge on them 30-14. Then they go up against Missouri this week. I would expect them to beat them. Tennessee, that's probably another L. South Carolina's going to make it a competitive game. So you're going to win that. LSU versus Alabama, I can't really give you a final prediction on that. The same thing with Auburn and Alabama, the Iron Bowl. Oklahoma, Alabama, I think y'all losing to Oklahoma. I'm just going to say it right now. Eastern Illinois, okay. But still, y'all, really? Like, national championship. I don't want to hear a single Alabama fan say anything about national championship. Not right now. If y'all can't even beat Florida State, I don't want to hear it. Moving on. And then Notre Dame and Penn State. Both of them are done. Done. D-O-N-E, done. All of them are done. Both of them. Drew Aller can't get it done. And honestly, people were saying that he could have been the best quarterback about the draft last year. Why he didn't test the waters, man? So now your draft stock probably going to drop because Drew Aller was scheduled to go in the top 10. I mean, he still can. So can Arch Manning, but let's be completely honest. So far, not so good for Drew Aller and Arch Manning. And even C.J. Carr. Like, I'm confused, Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, you guys went all the way to the national championship last season. I was rooting for y'all to beat, okay? Rooting for y'all to beat Ohio State. You can't even do that right, okay? It's overhyped, underdelivered, and out of contention. Overhyped, underdelivered, and now they're going to be out of contention more than likely. I can tell you that right now. So this is my debate zone for this. Moving on to this next topic, or segueing rather. Is this Kirby Smart's best offensive team yet in Georgia? Yes. There goes my Georgia question, everybody. No, absolutely not. We have seen better offenses come through Georgia. Should I mention Jake Fromm? Shall I mention Calvin Ridley? Riley Ridley, his brother. He was good in college. Shall I mention AJ Green? Shall I mention Matthew Stafford and Knowshon Moreno and them boys? That was a great offense. Jake Fromm we had some good talent, right? But nothing to kind of write home about. I think the best team that we had was the 2022 team. We beat Alabama in the national championship. Over the past couple years, 7 years, that was the best team. You had George Pickens and Stetson Bennett and Carson Beck on the roster. Don't even get me started about the 5-star quarterback recruits that we had and Brock Vandagriff. Oh, brother. They were hyping him up. But no, I think 2022 was our best offense. This is a retooling phase of sorts for Georgia right now. So same thing with Alabama. Same thing with Auburn, LSU, and others. Yes, LSU going national championship. They're going through a retooling phase. They're about to lose Nussmeier. They're about to lose Harold Perkins more than likely to the draft. So I'm just being 100%. The SEC might be going through a retooling phase. So don't be surprised if ACC teams come beat us next year. Don't be surprised if some Power 5 teams beat us next year. They ain't beating Georgia, but other SEC teams. And should Nick Saban come back to Alabama? I don't know. I would love for him to save his program, but I don't think he's going to. And a segue. And speaking of coming back, speaking of comebacks, speaking of homecomings, the Yankees and the Blue Jays, Game 3 recap. It was last night on FS1. I watched it. 6-1. I'm like, Blue Jays, we're going to close out the Yankees. Let's go. New York deserves nothing. The Mets nor the Yankees deserve nothing. And then you take Shane Bieber out the game, John Snyder. You take him out the game. That was the first sign right there. I was on the phone with one of my boys, and I said, you know what? If they lose this game, it's going to be because of that. They took Shane Bieber out the game, and they replaced him with some Fluharty kid. That's the last thing. Fluharty. Instead of going to Old Reliable and Jeff Hoffman, instead of going to one of the more underrated relievers in baseball over the past couple years in Eric Lauer. Come on, man. Are you this is the playoffs. Jeff Hoffman, playoff experience. Eric Lauer, playoff experience. Veteran experience. Then you wanted to put Varland in way too late. I would have put Varland right at the Bieber. At least you would have kept. I mean, yeah, Varland gave up that 3-run shot to tie the game to Judge, but still, guys, when we're talking about players in baseball you do not pitch to, Aaron Judge is the one you don't do it. And that goes to say, and Carlos Rodon, what a disaster class last night. Not a master class, a disaster class by Carlos Rodon. You don't pitch to Vlad Jr. either. 2-run shot in the first inning. I thought it was over right there. Then when they started going on the run and Cody Bellinger dropped that easy catch, I said, you know what? This is over. This is over. That's what I thought. But then Toronto being Toronto, say, you know what? This must be 2019 again. We must be losing to the Yankees in old good fashion again. No. The bullpen must step up in Game 4. They got to step up tonight. If the Blue Jays want to close out the Yankees, doggone it, step up. Number one. Number two, are the Yankees' playoff hopes fading? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they answered back last night, which gives them a chance to tie the series and go back to Toronto for a must-win Game 5. If I'm the Blue Jays, I want to go back home tonight. I want to go back home tonight preparing for the ALCS, not having to go back home tonight preparing for a Game 5. Not against Judge and Stanton and Chisholm and Bellinger. No. No. Game 4 is going to impact everything. That's coming on tonight as well. Check it out on your local listings. It's going to be special. It's going to be very, very special. But what I don't want people to get caught up in is the fact that Vlad Jr. is doing this out of spite because he got a big contract. Yes, that's part of it. But Vlad Jr. has been like this. Vlad Jr. is him. He's arguably the face of baseball right now. I mean, you know what I mean? Other than Ohtani, it's got to be Vlad, right? Yes, Judge, obviously it's a staple, but it's got to be Vlad right now for the run that he is on. If he takes this team to the World Series, and it's not even an overly good team, everybody just has a part, and everybody's just doing good. Mind you, Bo Bichette's not playing. So if Vlad Jr. carries this team to the World Series, this is a carry job he's doing right now. If he somehow beats the Yankees, and then goes on to beat the Tigers or the Mariners, and then go to the World Series to face The Dodgers, maybe. The Brewers, maybe. The Cubs, maybe, if they can come back. I don't think that Vlad Jr. is losing. And yes, I put out my prediction that the Padres are going to win the World Series, and I have the right to put out one more prediction. I feel like the Blue Jays are going to win it all this year. So I'm going to put that prediction out very, very soon on my Instagram post. So definitely look out for that. To segue into Mariners Tigers as well, I want to talk about winning here. Cal Raleigh sent Tiger Stadium into a frenzy. Co-America Park into a frenzy last night with that home run. I mean, my goodness. Once again. The Tigers' young core show flashes again. The Mariners' rotation came up huge. Obviously, they dominated. But what is it going to be? Who's the most dangerous dark horse? And I don't even think they're dark horses. The Mariners and Blue Jays are not dark horses, in my opinion. But who is the most dangerous team to the Dodgers in the AL right now? Is it Seattle or Toronto? I think it's Seattle. Just because they got J-Rod and Cal Raleigh, who's most likely the MVP. People forget about J-Rod. Like, he's the face of the franchise. It ain't Cal Raleigh. And I love Cal Raleigh. J-Rod is the face of the Mariners. He's the poster boy of Seattle. Okay? Cal Raleigh just happened to have a great year. And he's going to have a great year again. But we can't forget who is the face of this franchise. And yes, they're going to try to come after him. Yes, that's a lot of pressure. That's why he's struggling. It happens in every sport. So Seattle, but I think both of them have a chance to knock off LA. Both of them have a chance to knock off Milwaukee. And the pitching ERA and top three offensive performances that we are seeing from the Seattle Mariners right now going against Detroit. Detroit got to come on. You know, it's 2-1. I would love to see Detroit go to the ALCS, let alone the World Series. I would love to see them in there. I would love to see a lot of teams in there playing right now. But we understand that it's going to be two teams and one champion. We understand that. Javi Baez got to do a little bit better. Tarek Skubal, he's doing his job. Kerry Carpenter, keep doing your job. I need Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green to step up, man. I need some bombs hit. I need some bombs hit. The Red River Showdown. Speaking of bombshells, speaking of big-time showdowns, big-time players, all of that. John Mater, excuse me. He is dealing with an injury. Will he play against Texas this week? I don't think so. I think he's still dealing with it. Are we expected to see the other quarterback as well? No. I think Mater is going to play against Texas. I do. I'm excited to see this. Mater versus Manning. I am excited to see this. AKA Toe Mater. You know how hey, look. I love my guy, okay? He's a special, special player. Jackson Arnold just took up a roster spot last year, in my opinion, for OU. He didn't really do much except for beat Alabama. And it's tough because the stakes are so high that this is basically a college football playoff game. If Texas loses, they're on the verge of being out. Matter of fact, no. They got 2 losses. They might be out if they lose to Oklahoma. Let's start there. Key matchups, wide receivers versus cornerback. I want to see Arch Manning run the football a little bit more. I want to see OU's defense and how they're going to match up against their wide receivers. I want to see Ryan Wingo get the ball. I want to see Parker Livingston get the ball a little bit more. Heck, if you even got to run some options with Ringo in the backfield, do that. And I'm also looking at my notes here that Ringo and Livingston combined for about 8 to 10 yards at the catch a game. Pass the ball to them, please. Parker Livingston right here. He has 13 receptions for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns this year. You ask me, what does Ryan Wingo have? 17 receptions, 263, 4 touchdowns. That's an average of 15.5 for him. Get the sophomore involved, please. OU doesn't really have corners that I could be worried about as of right now. I'm not worried about them. So, in other words, line control, offensive line control is what I mean. Oklahoma. That's how you're going to beat Texas. Limiting the pass interference calls is how you're going to beat Texas, Oklahoma. The winner of this game most likely is a shoo-in to the college football playoffs if they don't lose and they win out the rest of their games. So, not only is it the Red River Showdown, not only is this the rivalry of the weekend, but expect to see some fists being thrown because it's going to happen. I'm sorry. Expect to see some chippiness pregame. Expect to see it during the game, and expect to see it postgame. That is the Red River rivalry. Okay, it's one of the best. It's probably the second best rivalry in college football behind Ohio State, Michigan. It's up there, guys. It's up there, and I expect Arch Manning to come to play. You don't lose to Oklahoma if you're Texas, and vice versa. Like, it's a Auburn, Alabama thing. It's a LSU, Alabama thing. It's a Ohio State, Michigan thing. If you're not physically prepared for that rivalry game, for that game alone each year, it's gonna hit you as fast as a lightning bolt. I'm telling you. And speaking of lightning bolts, no, the Tampa Bay Lightning did not play last night, but NHL is back. So, opening night results. I will tell you something right now. Florida Panthers are not going back to back. It ain't happening. They ain't three-peating. So I don't want people to start getting caught up in all the hype about the Florida Panthers. Oh my God, they're gonna three-peat, and I feel like the Penguins and the Rangers are no competition, and I feel like the LA Kings might not make a run. Stop it. I'm gonna give you the scores. 3-2 Panthers won. We obviously understand what AJ Greer can do. We know what he can do on that left wing. Other players, we gotta get it together. I know it's just the first game, but we gotta get it together. Okay, we got the Penguins and the Rangers 3-0. Really, New York? You scored 0 points at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Really? Okay. Then you have the Colorado Avalanche against the LA Kings. It was 4-1. All right, LA Kings. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. But when they try to tell me that these teams are playoff ready, you ain't fooling me. I'm just keeping it as real as possible. That's it. My team, the Utah Mammoth, we understand that we're going through a rebuild. We fully understand that, right? Our first game of the season is tomorrow night against the Avalanche in Colorado. I will be watching. And on top of that, I think we're going to win our first game of the season. The rookie that we drafted, 4th overall, Caleb Disnowers. I love that kid right there. 18 years old. The brother's going to be absolutely special. Okay? I don't see how he doesn't start within the next year or two. Right? It's the same thing with the Macklin Celebrini thing. I'm not comparing him to Macklin Celebrini by any reasons. But Caleb Disnowers, that I hope everything's good with him. I know he had surgery or something like that. I know he had to undergo some type of surgery, and I think that he's gonna end up playing probably by December or January. He's not gonna play anytime soon. But guys, you can't tell me that we ain't building something special out there in that doggone Utah. All right. He's going to be the face of the franchise. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This next era is going to be Caleb Disnowers and everybody else. Okay. Yes, I don't have a jersey yet. But what I will say, and to segue into my last topic, when you talk about starting points for rookies and all of these goals and MVPs and Stanley Cups, we have one of the brightest futures. Yes, our coach may get fired at first. I don't care. But it's a rebuild. The Boston Bruins are going through some type of retooling phase, especially with the rookie they drafted. And James Higgins, he's going to be special. Okay? He's going to be special. He should have won number 1 in my opinion, but he's going to be special, right? Early takeaways. Are the Rangers and Oilers still the classes in their conference? Heck to the no. Absolutely not. The LA Kings are back. The Colorado Avalanche look like they could be Stanley Cup contenders. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, don't sleep on them. We obviously know that the New Jersey Devils, they're mid, but obviously they're going to be some type of competitive unless they just flake out and flame out the whole season. And Calgary, well, you know it's Calgary. But to segue into my last topic about the NFL midway through the season. These are my mid-season NFL awards. I have Baker Mayfield winning the MVP. Okay? That pains me to say for this simple reason. I'm a Falcons fan. You guys know that. But Baker Mayfield has revitalized his career, and I'm so glad for him. Offensive Player of the Year is going to be Puka Nacua midway through the season. The things that he has been doing, off the charts. Defensive Player of the Year is going to be Nick Benito. Yes, Nick Benito. Not Patrick Surtain. Not Aiden Hutchinson. Not Brian Burns. Not TJ Watt, even though I think I want it to be TJ Watt. It's going to be Nick Benito mid-season, right? It's just mid-season awards, pre-trade deadline. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think that's pretty much set in stone with Emeka Egbuka and what he's been doing. That brother been special. Ohio State is showing why they're wide receiver U right now. So, hey, hats off to y'all. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Xavier Watts from my Atlanta Falcons. 2 interceptions already. A couple tackles here and there. I think he has like 1.5 sacks, maybe 2. This is what we have the best defense in the league right now. At the current moment, number 1. Go look it up. Number 1. If we can continue this trend, we will be A-OK. Comeback Player of the Year is going to be Daniel Jones for my midseason awards. And then Coach of the Year is Shane Steichen, the Indianapolis Colts. So, did it take for y'all to bench Anthony Richardson and find another quarterback because I love Anthony Richardson and I want him to succeed. And they're not putting him in the right position to succeed. So, therefore, you bench him and Daniel Jones has the Indianapolis Colts looking like a Super Bowl team. I will tell you right now, it is not Anthony Richardson's fault that they are where they are. It is not Anthony Richardson's fault. It's not. So, to end off this show, right now, do you think that the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year? That's my bold take. That's my bold question. Do you think they're going to win the Super Bowl? Do you even think they're going to get past the AFC title game? Because the Chiefs ain't going. We can get that out of our head. I want that question to be answered in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tagline 205 on Millions. I will be on later as well somewhere else. You can catch that as well. I will be posting on my Instagram, so make sure you stay tuned for that.